Rincon City Council meeting November 24th, 2025. It's about 6:29. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Scott.
Here.
Councilmember Milner.
Present.
Councilmember Underwood.
Present.
Mayor Exley.
Here.
Councilmember Blackwell.
Here.
Councilmember Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Riley.
Here.
All right, tonight's invocation will be given by Pastor Rick Johnson with St. John's Lutheran Church, and then please remain standing for the pledge.
Good evening. I'm going to do something a little different this evening. I have more cat psalms. Prayers my cats have taught me, and I thought that might be a little bit of fun for the evening, just to kind of enjoy, especially at this point where so many of us are just starting our day or starting the second part or third part of an already long day. There's a lesson in here for all of us. And so we begin, I am cat. I stretch when I wake. I do not know about health clubs or workouts, but I have rules for well-being. Doctors tell you to watch me wake and stretch when you get too busy. Stretch like your cat, they say. Stretch. You come home, I see you watch me. You stretch and yawn, roll your shoulders and bend your body like a willow, and you follow printed sheets. I follow a habit inside me I know from my beginning. I cannot read. I am cat. I stretch. I stretch and I feel greater than myself. Watch me stretch. Together we know the feeling, the gift of stretching. And there is life in me waiting to wake up inside me. I stretch, I yawn, and I am cat. At the end of the evening or the beginning of the next part of the day, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and a chance just to walk out and see God's goodness and feel the air as it cools off. And we're blessed to be in a part of the country that we don't have to worry about stepping out into frost or snow. And we usually don't see our breath when we step outside this time of night, usually. And so we can do that and stretch and appreciate the goodness of God. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, help us to see your goodness in the creation you have made and in the goodness in the creation that you have made of each of us. Help us to stretch our being and to see and appreciate your love in one another. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so I think we have more people than we've ever had here tonight, and I hope nobody's in here complaining about drainage because it's a lot of people. But no, what we got tonight, guys, is the 10U Rincon Renegades, our district champs for the city of Rincon, and we could not be more proud of this group. When I found out that they had won the other morning, I was excited and got in touch with Coach Reese, and he told us they had beat Emmanuel County and had won the championship. So we are very proud of you guys for doing that, working hard. I'm sure you all do good in school, or try to do good in school. And right now what I want to do is I want to bring the coaches up, and then you guys will bring the young men up, and then we'll come down, take a picture, and then y'all can head on out to do what you need to do. Again, they beat Emmanuel County 14-8 to win the championship, district champs. Coaches are Curtis Reese, our head coach. Shamar Taylor, offensive coordinator. Xavier Jones, defensive coordinator. And then I got regular coaches Andrew Medford, Jason Martin, Marvin Bennett, Craig Westmoreland, James McKenzie. Let's give them a big hand. We appreciate it.
everything in order?
We need to try, we're gonna go down if y'all want. We're gonna try to get a good picture so that we can put it in the shop. Get Roger to, maybe Roger can get a frame built for
Roll this.
Yes, well, no, because that.
Is it plugged? So why don't y'all come in front?
They can step in front of us.
All the kids come up right up in front of here. If you're taller than the person that's next to you or behind you, step back a little bit. You come here. You come forward. You stay right there. Step every other kid up where you can see right here. Go down.
I'm gonna get right here.
All right, get on your tiptoe because you just got behind some tall fellas.
That's all I got. That's all she's getting.
Actually, you here.
Those,
Don't see
yeah,
any
y'all,
different.
they got hold their flags up there, but.
Step this way, so you step in.
Hey, boys, you're.
Hey, hold them down, brother. Hold your plaques down, they want to see your face.
Not in front of your face.
Just put it right
Not in
here.
front of your face.
Put it right there. Yeah,
There you go.
there you go. Not in front of your face. BJ, put it down a little bit more. There you go. Cade,
Plaque.
Cade, put it down a little bit more.
Right here. Do we have another plaque for anybody?
Let them hold your plaque real quick.
Here, hold it.
Because you're in the back, just let them hold your plaque real quick. You'll get it back. You'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it back. I'm taking no chances. I ain't taking no chances.
Ready, boys? Ready? Look this way. 1, 2.
Parents, I know y'all here.
Hey, guys. So, hey, where does everybody say they're going when they win the championship? Nobody here?
They're young.
All right, guys.
Great job. Thanks, sir. Great job. Coach, awesome job. Hey, who's the offensive coordinator? My Cleveland Browns beat somebody. Coach, thank you for bringing it home. Great job.
From this past season on Facebook. I have a page called Snapshot Photography on Facebook.
Okay.
All the photos from this past season, videos, and all of that.
That's all on there.
They're all on it.
So we'll
My
get,
computer crashed.
yeah, we'll get some, so does Melanie, they have access, they know where it's at now, right?
They should.
Okay.
It's a public page.
Thank
We'll
y'all.
see you.
But yeah, they should. It's right there on.
Excuse me,
Thank you, ma'am.
excuse me, snapshot.
Snapshot.
Snipe.
Yeah, snapshot. That's how my day's been. Snapshot
You
photography.
gotta go stretch. You gotta stretch like a cat, right? Yeah, you gotta go stretch. You do it. All right, guys, there's a motion in order to approve tonight's agenda. Second. I've got a motion by Ms. Riley, I got a second by Mr. Scott. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion passes. All right, and then we got the motions in order for the approval of the October 27th, 2025 meeting. Anybody got anything on that?
I'm gonna abstain. Make a motion to approve.
Second. Got a motion by Ms. Riley, I got a second by Mr. Blackwell. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. And then the approval of the November 10th, 2025 minutes. Anybody have anything on that? All right.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Blackwell, I got a second by Ms. Taylor, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Comments shall pertain to the agenda items only. Should you wish to appear before council, forms can be found in City Hall and on our webpage. At this time, we will bring up the hero of the month, Sergeant Anthony Paschetti. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I've been called.
Paschetti. Paschetti. He told me Paschetti.
He lied to you?
Paschetti is Paschetti.
I said nothing.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, boys.
Perfect.
To the citizens of Rincon, I am pleased to announce our hero of the month, Mr. Anthony Joseph Paschetti. He began his career at Fort Benning, Georgia. He completed his training as an infantryman. He then went on to the 1-26 Infantry Regiment, the Blue Spaders, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 1st Infantry Division at Fort Knox, Kentucky. During this time, he deployed not once but twice to Afghanistan. First to Coast Province, and later to Patika, God, just say the whole thing.
Patika Province and Ghazni Province.
Okay. After re-enlisting, he was stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and with the 2-327 Infantry Regiment, no slack, 1st Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division, where he completed his 3rd deployment at Kandahar Province, one of the most dangerous regions in the conflict. Many movies have been made about this area. His service highlights: he served in some of the most intense fighting and strategically critical areas in Afghanistan. He operated in the heavily contested Coast Guardez Pass, supported by the Special Forces teams. During his 2nd deployment, and later served at Kandahar, the birthplace of the Taliban, and one of the most heavily IED impacted regions in the country. Despite the hardships of 3 combat tours, he identifies as one achievement above all others as his greatest accomplishment. I'll let him tell you this.
I brought all my guys home.
He brought them all home.
All right.
From his childhood, he dreamed of serving in the U.S. Army. Inspired both by a lifelong calling and a family legacy of service by his father, stepfather, and 3 grandfathers, great-grandfather, uncles, cousins, and stepbrother, whom all have served. He felt destined to defend his nation. And what the Army did for him. You want to read that?
Yeah.
Okay. I read this quite a few times. I'd be dead or in prison had God not granted me entering the world's greatest army. And for those that have served in the military, you can comprehend. One thing that I asked of him was a message to the young people. He speaks candidly to the next generation. While he understands deeply that freedom is not free and believes in the importance of national defense, he also acknowledges the heavy cost of war. He encourages young people to think very carefully, honor the value of their own lives, and understand both the sacrifice and the responsibility that the military service demands. He shares that although he is proud of his service, he prays that his own children will never have to bear the same burdens. And if we go up to the 2nd page, I could read all these awards, but there's a few in particular. If there's a page 2.
There you go.
If you'll notice one that's highlighted, Purple Heart, 2 awards. And if you know or have been in the military, a Purple Heart, that is something that we never want to have to give somebody, but in this case, it's well deserved. And there's many more on here. The 6 years that he served is part of the reason that today we can walk our streets free and that we can call America safe. Thank you so much for our Hero of the Month.
Thank you.
And his people in here, his wife and daughter, yeah, they couldn't make it, she's ill, so, but I'm sure they're watching on the owl, and, I'm happy to present this award. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Tim. That was so beautiful, and I feel very proud to be from a place a community that does anything for our veterans, nonetheless all this. So thank you for thinking of me. Thank you to everybody at Rincon. I never thought too highly of myself or what I did. I did it because I wanted to, but our boys deserve better, and I accept this on behalf of all of them. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, at this time, I'm gonna turn the meeting over to our public hearing officer.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This will open the public hearing on the items listed, which will tonight be the FY 2026 City of Rincon budget. Because it's not a zoning issue, I'm not required to read that long-winded ordinance. You guys are sick of hearing me read. I'll just say that you'll hear Hadassah present the budget, and if any members of the public do want to comment, they'll have that opportunity.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight I'm just going to provide a brief overview of the proposed budget. For our governmental funds, the proposed appropriation is $17,912,168, which includes the general fund. For our proprietary funds, the total is $9,405,163, which includes the water and sewer fund. So combined, this brings an overall proposed budget of $27,317,331. All changes discussed and requested during the budget retreat have been implemented and incorporated in this proposal. So I'm now open to answer any questions from you or the public.
Brian?
So because we had the budget retreat and we went over all the budget items and, you know, we have a finished, updated version of this in advance, I don't have any questions. I don't know if the general public does, but I don't.
Okay, anybody down here?
No, I concur.
I think we beat this thing down pretty good, and I just want to tell you, Tim and I were talking, and you know, Tim wanted to, as well as I'm sure everybody up here wants to commend you guys for putting this together. It was awesome. I know things get a little rocky sometimes when when everybody's passionate about this, but you know, the budget retreat was good. You guys brought us all the information we needed. There were very minor changes to this whole thing, and we got a balanced budget. And speaking to Hadassah before we got started, I think we'll be looking around the 8th for a draft.
Of the fiscal year 24.
Of the fiscal year 24, which will completely catch us up.
Yes.
And I think the group is already knee-deep in 25.
Yeah.
So 25 will definitely be on time, everything moving forward. So we are very excited about our finances.
This has been a long road.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's going to be so good for people coming in, you know, I'm not running again. So for the next person, you know, it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and you know, the thing is I mean, you're talking about going back and pulling receipts and finding things from 2 years ago that we had to get together. So, you know, I just commend you guys on that. I know there was a lot of, you know, we come down because we wanted this thing done, and I think pressure had a lot to do with it, and you guys' professionalism had a lot to do with it. So I will say that and say thank you for putting this together. And if anybody else don't have anything, we'll ask the public, and if not.
That's exactly right. If that's Any member of the public? Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to introduce myself or?
If
Yes.
you would.
Okay, Diana Williams, I live at 1490.
Come on up, Dana.
Diana Williams, I live at 1494 Fort Howard Road. I just have a general question. As soon as all of the paperwork is complete, will that be made available to the citizens for review?
Yes.
It's on the website.
On the website, that's what I was gonna ask.
There's a copy here, and it's on the website also.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, council.
All right.
Great question. Any others? Hearing none, that would close this public hearing unless I'm seeing one over here.
Dawson, so the next meeting, the December 5th meeting, we'll close out 25 and we'll be done, 24 and we'll be done with that, right?
Yes, we should already have the final, hopefully, a final.
So 24 will be done, so.
Yes. Any adjustments, I'll try to get them to the December 8 meeting if I'm able to get them in time.
Okay.
But they are working to get it done
Okay.
by then.
All right. Thank you, Dawson.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
I got a statement. I have a statement. I just want to say this team, the accomplishments you guys have done in 2025 has just been phenomenal. The hurdles that we faced, you've tore down barriers, you've tore down walls, and thank you so much for your team, Robbie.
I will hereby close this hearing. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
We'll start new business, item number 1. Shy Duncan with Georgia Department of Natural Resources request to appear before council. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
All right.
So again, my name is Shy Duncan. I serve as the grants coordinator for the Georgia Department of Natural Resources Coastal Resources Division, and I coordinate the Coastal Incentive Grant. I wanted to come out tonight to introduce myself and let you all know that this funding is available to the city of Rincon. You all should have received a flyer in your packet tonight. So the Coastal Incentive Grant is a competitive pass-through grant program, and it's made possible by a federal grant from NOAA. We pass through approximately $750,000 annually to subgrants. These funds are available to communities and/or research institutions within the 11 coastal counties. That's the 6 ocean-facing counties and the 5 second-tier counties. And the goal of our program is to support the Coastal Management Program's mission. And our mission at CRD is to balance economic development in Georgia's coastal area to preserve the natural, environmental, historical, archaeological, and recreational resources for the benefit of Georgia's present and future generations. We also want to address local and regional coastal resource protection priorities, and we want to support research in the areas of specific coastal management needs. Each project must fit under one of the approved themes. These themes are recommended by staff and then approved by the Coastal Advisory Council. These themes are listed on your flyer. The Cycle 29 approved themes for this year are sustainable communities, oceans and wetlands, public access and land conservation, disaster resiliency, and coastal hazards, as well as nature-based solutions. Each approved project can receive up to $80,000 in federal funds per year for planning, education, research, and/or construction acquisition projects. Projects can apply for a 2-year term, which is the maximum term. So up to $160,000 available for one project. All CIG grants do require a 1-to-1 match, non-federal, which can be derived from cash or in-kind contributions of land, materials, and/or volunteer services. The Cycle 29 CIG process has started. Pre-applications are due December 5th. Our technical team lead staff will meet in January 2026 to review those projects and ask back selected projects for full application February, with Cycle 29 Coastal Incentive Grant starting October 1st, 2026. The City of Rincon has applied and received these funds in the past. The first was back in 2002, 2003 under Cycle 5, which was for a watershed assessment for the city. And then they also applied and received funds in cycle 21-22, which was in 2018 through 2020 for a stormwater utility plan, and that was completed. So it's been a while since we heard from you all. So again, I wanted to come out, introduce myself, and let you all know this timeline. These timelines are listed on your flyer, as well as my contact information. So if you all have any questions at this time?
Can we do like nature trails?
Yes,
Ooh,
Okay, so pre-application is due December 5th,
that's correct. Yes, ma'am.
so, and I feel like whatever we would need to do that's applicable to this would need to come from inside City Hall. So what's the extent of pre-planning and design and all those other things that you would need for the pre-application process? Would we have to have something in the works?
Jan? This is Jan McKinnon. This is
Jan,
my
come on.
program
Come
manager.
on, Jan. You're the next contestant.
She is.
we want some money.
Yeah.
We love money.
It is a quick turnaround between now and December 5th.
Yeah.
The pre-application does not require designs or, as a matter of fact, we like to fund designs. So it's a very short, I can't remember how many characters the limit is,
4,000.
but it's a description of what you would like to do. It is a very broad budget, just to give us an idea of how you plan to spend the money. And the real details come in if invited back for the February deadline. So you do not have to have a resolution or anything like that at this point, but that would be something also to look at for a February
I
deadline.
just feel like the best use for this needs to come from Robbie and his staff and what we would need the money most for. Any input, Robbie, on this, or?
I'll look at it tomorrow. Oh, we will look at it tomorrow.
And please
Ms.
call us
Grant?
Yes.
if you have ideas, and we can help step you through how to make that as competitive as possible.
Sounds good.
Do y'all have a card or anything?
I do.
You can give that to our city manager here.
Yep.
Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. We love it when people come wanting, they want to get it. You don't get that.
You come visit us anytime.
Yeah. It's like Christmas before Christmas.
Wow, that's great.
Okay, we'll go to new business number 2. Drew Anderson request to appear before council.
I have a question. How do I hook my phone to her photos or whatever?
I think she can,
You can do mirror, it is, I think it's, it is 85-inch the frame, if you can find that.
It's no update.
You got an Apple?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
It's loading, the screen mirroring. We also have printouts of it, it's just a lot easier to see
Yeah.
if it were up there. It's not registering.
maybe, well, I was gonna say, maybe they could, if you can you send it like
Can you airdrop it?
airdrop it to her? And then if you can, then she can put it up there.
I think the main one would be the.
Lord, I remember when the first fax machines, all the
I figured it'd be more technological. Who always shot?
Do you have the flyer? You just said you had something to hand on?
Yeah, we have a.
Let me have one of these things scanned in there, try to get it to my email.
All right, yeah,
And
because
we
these are a
can
lot
just
better
say-
than that.
Yeah, and if you want to just, if you want to hand those out to them.
I don't know how you did that, you did those, what were you doing?
They're all paper clips.
Oh.
They need 2 guns.
We're old school, we like paper anyway.
Paper's always better.
There was a video that we wanted to show, unfortunately.
And I tried to make the pictures bigger, but they were taken from cell phones, so.
Well, and she can always get those. and
Yeah,
we
I can definitely
we
send them.
review 'em,
Yes.
tomorrow.
Definitely.
I won't tie you all up anymore.
All right, go ahead.
Good evening, my name's Drew Anderson, this is my wife Jessica. We live at 1492 Fort Howard Road, directly adjacent to the Dustcom Mungo construction site for Dasher's Creek. We are here today because ongoing erosion, sediment runoff, drainage failures from this development have continued to impact our property despite multiple attempts to resolve these issues with the builder and working with the city staff. We need enforcement and a long-term corrective plan before more damages occur. Repeated runoff from the construction site flowing directly onto our property after rainfall. Silt fence breaches and collapse along the shared property line. Sediment washing into our wooded area, which is never supposed to happen under the E&S Act. Improper drainage patterns created by regrading, causing water to divert towards our property instead of staying contained on their site. Incomplete or temporary patch fixes that resolve one small spot but do not address the overall failure of the drainage and erosion controls. Concrete washout runoff and contaminated washing crossing property lines during earlier phases of the construction. Lack of stabilization in the areas that should have been covered, seeded, or sodded long ago to prevent soil displacement. These issues are ongoing, damaging, and not isolated incidents.
Hold on a second, can we get a copy of that to give to Robbie and then they can see it?
I went online and counted. So.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure they had copies of that, so.
These failures are affecting our home and land in very real ways. The runoff is eroding our soil, exposing roots, and creating channels on our property. Sediment deposits continue to accumulate in our wooded property areas. The drainage changes are directing water towards our septic field, which introduces long-term risk for flooding and structural damage. The constant water flow creates standing water and mosquito breeding areas. We are experiencing property damage that did not exist prior to this construction beginning. This is not just unsightly, it is a threat to our property, stability, and safety. Just some research that we did, what the law requires. Georgia's Erosion and Sedimentation Act makes it clear that construction sites must prevent sediment and stormwater from leaving the site, maintain functional silt fencing and barriers, contain stormwater and manage drainage so it does not impact adjacent properties, install and maintain a proper erosion control plan, prevent pollution, including concrete washout, from entering neighboring land. These protections are not optional, they exist specifically to protect homeowners like us when development occurs next door. We have worked directly with Dustcom and reached out to the city dozens of times. Some partial fixes were made, but the core issues remain. We have also sent follow-up messages and photos with no response for weeks, and the erosion continues. Without enforcement, the problems simply reoccur after every rainfall, and once the silt fences come down, it will only get worse. What we are asking for, respectfully, a full inspection of the erosion and drainage controls along the construction boundary with our property, enforcement action requiring the builder to bring the site into compliance with the E&S Act and city ordinances, a comprehensive long-term drainage solution, not temporary fixes, including proper grading, stabilized slopes, and functioning barriers. A clear timeline for remediation and stabilization, follow-up communication so we are not left without updates while our property continues to be impacted. We're not asking for anything beyond what the law requires. We simply need protection from continued runoff and damage. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your attention to this matter and hope the city will ensure the construction site meets the standards designed to protect neighboring homeowners. We are available for further details, photos, or walkthroughs you may need. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll start down at this end. Mr. Scott?
I've really got to look at it and talk to Robin and him about the reporting before I can make
The same. I appreciate you coming and voicing your concerns, and I'd like to look into this deeper.
I also have copies of all the email communication we've had with the city, if you guys want that as well. Because that goes back to February of this year.
Okay.
See you.
Yeah, I guess we could put that together and look at that when we look at the,
I have that with me, I printed it.
oh, you got it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you got enough for everybody, or do you just have?
Nope, I have enough.
Okay.
It also includes text messages. I included that in there. They're all.
Y'all want me to read you a timeline of what's been done out there since
Well,
I've been here?
that's what I was fixing to
So
say.
I don't want to get into this right now because Terry's not here, but
Yeah.
the last inspection of this site was done November 7th by Terry and EMC.
Right.
But I want y'all to read the emails and all, we'll discuss this later. Once y'all, I'll be able
Yeah.
to supply y'all.
November 7th, just recently.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked to Terry today, and she said you had the information on it, so you were up
She
on
gave me
it,
an
so,
overview.
okay,
And I actually visited the site in June.
okay,
So
all right.
Okay. All right,
So
so,
we'll follow up with you guys. What's sometime after the holidays, as soon as we can, Robbie?
yes, ma'am, next week sometime.
Okay, we'll follow up.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
we'll make sure
thank you for all the information.
Yes. We'll make sure someone follows
And the
up.
photos?
Mr. Andrews, looking at the picture up there, which lot is yours? Is
The
it
one to the-
the
one to the far right.
I just wanted to make
Yes, sir.
sure.
Yes.
So you're right next to it?
Where-
Correct.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Thank you, we appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes, sir, thank you.
That's it.
I'll give you number 3, brother. Yes, sir.
You know what?
That's an extra.
I'm gonna write on this paper, this paper.
Any other than say go first? My only charge is $100. No, 11, that's probably more like it.
Every 10 minutes. Thank you. All right, guys, we'll move on to new business number 3. Open timely submitted sealed bids for the abandoned portion of 6th Street and vote to accept any of the bids, to reject any one or all bids in its discretion, to re-advertise or to abandon the sale.
Do Michelle and I need to step out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Step out or step down?
I would step out.
Yeah.
You good now?
Got it?
Yeah,
And Mr. Mayor, I can say a few
Go
words
ahead.
and you take over if that's
Yeah,
okay.
no, you go ahead.
Just to put it in the record and make Ms. King's job more fun. As a reminder, the city sent out, it passed a resolution a few weeks ago, setting out this process, and then did a public notice for the statutory required 2 or 3 times, stating that sealed bids would be accepted, and those bids would specify the amount to be paid to the city and identify the proposed use of the real property to be sold. As a reminder, this is for a portion of 6th Street. The plat has been submitted in the city records and posted, so the public would have awareness of it during a couple of meetings. The bid submitted to be accepted by the city do have to be at least within 15% of the established market value of the property, which pursuant to a assessment done by the city, the figure put on that was $189,000, so within 15% of that. The real property is sold as is. The conveyance to a winning bidder, if accepted by council, would be by quitclaim deed. The deadline for making payment, if accepted, would be November 28th, 2025. The city has the right to reject any and all bids in its discretion for any reason or to abandon sale. A material condition for the purchase of the real property is that the winning bidder, if any, has to enter into an access and utility easement agreement with the city. And all sealed bids were required to be submitted to the city clerk on or before Friday, November 21st. All bids received are to be read and opened here on the 24th, beginning at 6:30, at which time council may vote to accept any of these bids. There's only one that's been timely submitted. I'll open it, and the city clerk will read it out, and we'll go from there.
First Baptist Church of Rincon submits to the city of Rincon a bid of $189,000 for all of the tract or parcel of land lying in between, being located in Effingham County containing .579 acres, more or less, and being more particularly described as 6th Street on that certain plat prepared by Jimmy R. Toole, RLS, number 3119, and recorded in Plat Book 30, page 197, in the records of the Clerk of Superior Court of Effingham County. First Baptist Church of Rincon will use the property to promote the safety of our children and congregation, as the back and forth movement between our building creates a dangerous situation when we host events not only for our church, but for the community. We may place a building that spans the street to connect our existing campus buildings in the future. Freddie Long, FBC Rincon.
Thank you, ma'am. I do have some specific language I would suggest for a motion, but at this juncture, council, would be appropriate to discuss the bid and whether to accept it or not. That would certainly be y'all's.
We'll start down here. My main concern is it was advertised to the public. We met standards that you require, and that they meet our requirements and our expectation within that, the easement. I'm good.
Same.
Same too, if they met the requirements. And they're the only bid.
Yeah.
That helps. Okay, well, there's
So
others.
I just have one question, Cindy. So when you said 15%, there could have been 15% of that number.
No, it could have been 15%.
Less, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Less or more? Less.
Less. It could have been.
Okay. All right. That's the
Um,
only question I have.
Could have been more, depending on how many bids there were.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. That's all I have.
Do y'all want to suggest a motion language, because it's a mouthful? Well, I'll read it, and y'all can move forward as stated.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
All right, let me get my ducks in a row here. It would be a motion to accept the sealed bid submitted by the First Baptist Church of Rincon for $189,000, subject to execution of a quitclaim deed reviewed by the city attorney, and an access and utility easement agreement with the city, also reviewed by the city attorney, and payment in full made timely.
Make a motion to approve as stated.
I'll second. Got a motion by Ms. Riley, I got a second by Mr. Blackwell. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Yeah, that one question, does this money will go into the general fund?
Yes, sir.
It'll go into the general.
You got it?
Thank you. Well, can we
Thank you,
at
Mr.
least
Long.
know what happened?
We denied it.
I can't recite the motion as stated.
Thank you.
It's approved.
Can I say
The
something?
reason why we had to
Come on
step
up,
out
Fred.
is we go to that church.
Come on now.
I just want to thank you guys. It's been a long process for a year. I think we've been doing this off and on. But I thank you for your vision for a street that's really not used a whole lot. And I think it'll get much use for the community, protecting the citizens of Rincon, but also we put a lot of projects on for the community, so it'll help us there too. So thank you for your vision.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for everything, Freddie.
All right. New business item number 4, it's the first reading of the proposed FY 2026 City of Rincon budget. Brandon, start with you. You got anything on that?
No, sir.
Nope.
Anything? No? All right, motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Scott, I got a second by Ms. Underwood. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. New business number 5, vote to accept deed of dedication for Windsong subdivision Phase 2 wetland parcel. Mr. City Manager?
Yes, sir, this is, if you recall, this is Windsong subdivision Phase 2 that came before us roughly 4 or 5 months ago, I think it was. This particular item right here is for us to take ownership of the wetland in the back of the subdivision. I ask that you approve this, please. The creek.
All right, Mr. Scott?
Yes. That's good.
You good? Everybody good here?
I'm good, that will help with the walking trail we've been trying to develop along that creek.
And this is not for the road?
No, ma'am, the next one we'll talk
Okay, I
about.
just want to make sure. I'm good.
All right, motion's in order.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion by Ms. Underwood, I got a second by Mr. Blackwell. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. New business number 6, vote to accept deed of dedication for Windsong subdivision Phase 2 for the water facilities, lighting, stormwater drainage facilities, excluding those located outside of the right-of-way, and sanitary sewer facilities and related, say that one more time.
Appurtenances.
Okay, there you go.
This, Mr. Mayor, is what came before us before when we realized it become a rental community as opposed to homes for sale.
Right.
And the stance of council at that time is we shouldn't take the roads as ownership and maintain the roads in a rental community. That being said, that being tabled, they've come back. Our city attorney's going through the deed. The roads are not in this, but the infrastructure, the water, sewer, and drainage is in this. And I ask that you accept this, please.
Okay. So I do know,
You can get the petition and you
So-
come up.
no, not yet. So you're recommending that we accept this?
Except the water, the sewer, the infrastructure, but not the streets.
Okay, so I know that in the county right now, there's lots of subdivisions that have some issues with water drainage and things like that, where they've accepted this part of it, the drainage facilities and things like that, and now they're having to put money into those communities. Did we inspect the way that this was done? Do we know this was done correctly? Are we saying that we're,
This has been inspected by EMC.
Okay.
I just don't know how the county got into as much trouble as they have, and I don't want us to walk down that same path. So the county,
I don't mean to interrupt, I'm sorry. Every subdivision that's built is, I don't even know who designed this subdivision. I know the engineer. Thomas and Hutton designed it. EMC, EOM reviews the plans. They weren't reviewing them at the time, I don't think, but EMC was, and EMC does on-site inspections of it and do a checklist of it. So it has been.
so understand this, I'm okay with looking like an idiot for a few minutes for you guys to educate me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's not to
That's
say,
what I do.
that's not to say the beavers won't dam the creek up and there'll still
Right.
be drainage issues. That's not to say that's not gonna happen, because that's
Right.
happening right now. We have beaver traps out right now.
Yeah.
Where it's flooding back behind this building. But that's to say the infrastructure is in, and the infrastructure has been inspected, and it is in a warranty bond, is it not?
There was a warranty bond posted.
Yes, so, and the warranty bond lasts for a year, and then you go into, at the end of that year, another inspection is dealing for workmanship flaws, and if there are workmanship failures, then they have to treat it before we take it. So,
Well, and I would add too, that I think when we had the, gosh, what, the 300-year floods?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was one of the communities that really did not have an issue, wasn't it?
No, it was, but like I said, y'all, I mean.
Yeah, the backside of water.
That's one thing about this city, y'all have a lot of creeks. And the creeks attract a lot of beavers. So that's something we're working on now, and it's, thank goodness it hasn't rained a lot in the last couple of months.
I suggested Yancy not pick the beaver as the school mascot for the school, because Rincon was going to be trapping them.
So other than that, I'm good, I just like to be clear and not go down the
No, that's a
same
great
path
question.
that I'm seeing somewhere else, so.
Great question.
Alex, did EMC work on that, Annie?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Sorry.
The Thomas Hunt designed it, either EMC probably reviewed the plan.
Right.
we probably reviewed the drawings.
Yes, sir.
Alec might have done that, and they're out there doing it.
Because this was done, I think, before EOM was reviewing them for us.
Well, and Thompson Hutton is a well-respected
Yes, ma'am.
So
group, so.
I can make a motion to approve.
Motion's in order.
Second.
I got a motion by Ms. Riley, I got a second by Ms. Underwood, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. New business number 7, request approval to award the bid for the 7th Street Utility Improvements Phase 3 project to CAR-T Construction and Utilities.
This is the project that we're trying to get to an end. Lift station's there, this is to tie in all of 7th Street. If you recall, Mr. Levi was trying to get us easements. I think two homes we didn't get easements on, they're not lit, no one's living there, so we're gonna cap them. But this is, in the CAR-T Construction and Utilities out of Statesboro, Georgia, in the amount of $1,667,172.58. I ask that you approve this, please.
Guys, I want to say something. This a long time coming, Levi. I know this is another one of those, for me, it's kind of like his picket fence, you know, so, I mean, I know he pushed for this, and, I'm glad that we can finally get this up and going, and I think, you know, I think that's gonna make that area a lot better, 7th Street a lot better, we get that done. I guess the sooner we can get off all these grinder pumps, the better, so, but, does anybody else have anything?
I hope we're next.
The only question I have,
You wanna go ahead and make
I want to discuss
I want
anything.
you to make a motion.
I have to live with that every day with the citizens that live in there.
Yep.
And so I said, you know it's been a hard one. I know better than anybody said.
That's right. Make your motion, sir.
I already did. Motion to approve.
second.
All right.
There we
Got a
go.
motion by Mr. Scott, I got a second by Mr. Blackwell, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, we got,
We've had enough discussion. We don't need no more.
we don't need no more. I mean, everybody's got a copy of department reports, Mr. City Manager. If, council wants to make any comments, we'll start down here. Anything?
Yes, I have something. A friend of mine once told me that I should tell people about myself. I want people to know I wear hearing aids. I went to a Van Halen concert and I couldn't hear for a week, so I wear hearing aids. I have eczema real bad, so if you see me scratching, I have eczema. And I'm dyslexic, so I'm all screwed up. So I just wanted to say a few things about myself. So if you try and talk to me and I don't hear you, you know, you tap me on the shoulder, I mean, hell.
Or if you see her in a restaurant and you hear her across the room, it's not because she's just being loud.
Right, I can't hear.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey,
It's pretty loud.
I know,
I am loud, my whole family.
but we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling us that.
Yes.
Mr. Blackman?
I have nothing.
You don't want to share anything about you? Okay.
Well, I wear hearing aids too. It's not because of the concert, that's because of my Army career and flying helicopters.
There you go.
I've just got two things I wanted to make mention of that, this might be a Kimley Horn thing, Robbie, but 9th Street, coming off the east side of 9th Street to go south, is there any way we could look at the feasibility of getting a turn light or getting lanes painted so people know they can actually turn into the fast lane?
That's $1 million question right there.
That is.
I get it all the time.
You'll sit through,
Just because people don't know
they don't know the traffic laws.
Yes.
So I don't know, can we put a turn,
I'll talk to them.
I mean, and the other thing is, somebody asked me the other day, and it's always been kind of a pet peeve of mine too, but I'd kind of forgotten it. But a lady called me and she said, you know, I go to Walmart a lot, and people are turning into Walmart and immediately want to take that left into the parking lot, and it backs up traffic, so only 2 or 3 cars get to go off of 21. And she said, is there anything you can do about that? And I told them I did not know that was a private parking lot, but I would also mention that. So I'm just doing what I was asked by a citizen.
And that one's gonna be harder because it is private, but I know the one at 9th Street, they need to, and we'll talk to DOT, if they painted a hashed lines out,
Right.
directing them to the lane they're supposed to go in when
Right.
they turn. That would benefit everybody, then they.
No, yeah.
That
So
would help.
maybe they can ask
Yeah,
that
that would be
question.
the easiest fix for that.
Well,
Yes.
Robbie, could that be done when the paving project gets
Yes, sir.
done
Yes,
at
sir.
that point?
Yes.
Yeah, because they'll be striping the whole
And
area.
EMC has that,
Yeah.
and they're putting that out for bid now,
And-
the.
And then are we looking at some solutions to 4th Street intersection? Are there some,
You talking about on 21?
yeah, people being able to turn out and go left, or maybe looking at right only going out, or just some ideas for that area? I don't know.
When I
but-
talked to Kimley Horn about 9th Street and I'll get them to approach DOT with that.
Yeah,
also.
because that's,
Okay.
unfortunately, that's.
9th Street's gonna be easier than that.
Yeah, that's just
just-
getting very dangerous, and I don't know why people go there. I go down to 9th Street.
I mean, it's just like turning out of City Hall. I turn right.
Oh,
Or I
yeah.
go back around the back way.
Yeah.
Because you're taking your life in your own hands trying to turn
Trying
right.
to turn
Yeah,
left.
so,
That's right.
The
so
only
that's,
thing I
that's
thought
all I
about
got. That's
was
all I got.
on 4th Street is, because it's coming over the viaduct, you can't
It's
see
hard.
it, is put the flashing lights similar to what they have on 21 at the viaduct at, just beyond McCall going on to Laurel Street.
Yeah, that's true.
They got flashing lights there, but for the red light, but we don't have a red light. But that's also, people are not slowing down before they get to the viaduct.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Tim? Mr. Levi?
I'd just like to, once again, thank the staff. I know y'all have to work hard to kind of create an environment, a working environment. But I think you know how to focus, and you've done a good job, a great job, focusing and trying to get some of these projects, because we know that everybody's got a wish list, everybody's got a dream, and I just want to let you know that I, for one, know there's limitation on what you can do in order to be focused on the work that you do. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I have one, this is probably for Josh. I put in a Citizen Central a little while back. I don't know that I got, I didn't get a response back, I don't think.
Talking about your stop bar?
The stop sign at, coming out by the Omelet Cafe. It's, because what's happened is people are just pulling straight out of there.
I'm gonna let, we discussed this morning, we're gonna put one in the grass.
Yes,
But what catches you is the crosswalk right there, so we can't go in front of the crosswalk
That's
for the
right.
stop sign, we're gonna put it back.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put it on private property, but we're gonna put a stop sign up.
okay.
So
And,
it's-
and I just said that because turning on to Fort Howard Road.
Right.
People were just pulling straight out. They're not yielding, they're just pulling out. So you're coming up to speed, they're pulling out, and it's a bad spot, because Gates got kind of that funky intersection
And
there.
that's always gonna be a tough spot. The stop bar was originally painted way out there.
Yes,
But that's in front of the crosswalk.
yes,
Can't do that.
that's
So
right.
It's still gonna be tough. We will put that, like Robbie said, the stop sign behind the crosswalk.
Okay.
But you're still gonna have to pull out there to make that left.
To make
It's
that.
always gonna be a tough spot.
Yep.
We'll get that stop sign the next couple days here.
Okay, thank you. That's all I got. Anybody else got anything on?
Well, you can ask me.
Oh, yeah, I did. You were the first person I asked.
Do you want to say something?
No.
You wanna tell us a little something about
You
it?
want me to tell you something about me?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can tell you something about her.
Go, what you got?
She cooked today,
I do cook.
Oh,
all
nice.
day long.
Yeah?
She brought us food at City Hall.
I was sitting in
Nice.
his office and he's like, he said, I smell, I said, what, fried food? He said, yes. I said, well, that's me. I did shower before this.
I was about to say, I missed the pork chop smell.
We appreciated the turkey and the ham today.
All right. All right, is there a need for executive session?
No, sir.
No need? All right. So there's a motion in order to adjourn. Oh,
One thing I want to discuss with y'all real quick, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Do y'all have any issues with closing at lunchtime?
do not. I don't.
Okay. Just want to run that out there.
Thank you.
You can let And he just wanted to put that out there. Lou, do you second that?
I'll third it.
I just like to say, Robert can let everybody go home, they, you know, they don't have to come in, as long as he get that open office up for a couple hours.
Yeah, you just gotta work.
He can hit for the crew.
Y'all probably get some complaints on people paying bills and.
Right. All right, motion's in order to adjourn.
Second.
I got a motion by Ms. Taylor, I got a second by Ms. Riley, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
I almost said.
You're not the prime. I'm gonna be thank you for all your help.
We need to hold that check and get over.
I would hold it.
Yeah, she'll get put in the safe and we'll get all that.
Yeah, I just wanted to be ready before that. Well, you'll have statement of Friday, I said, well, they're gonna be closed, so I don't wanna miss my opportunity. We're not getting on that technicality. Bye. Thank y'all.
I even brought y'all a check tonight, so there you go.
All right, already getting paid.
Appreciate y'all.
Did you bring a check tonight?